Morning, Commanders. We're going to review Kixeye's Operation Floodgate, their March 2014 event. So as you can see on my screen, we have unlocked and built the Widowmaker Prime. Had to use some gold coin to get that thing built. So let's start off talking about the format of this event. A little bit different than what we've seen for the past few months, as this included attacking and defending custom bases where you could use only ground units and air units, as well as our standard fortress waves. So let's start off with the island bases. I'd have to say Kixie did a really good job with the graphics and the art on these waves. It was a great change. It was refreshing to see. When it came to the difficulty of these waves, I am a higher level player, so I do have the Titan as well as custom Hellstorms. So I found the island waves to be very, very easy. You could do them without taking very much damage to your air. As you can see, I'm repairing now from a previous wave that was an island attack. But all in all, I say great job, Kixie, on this new format and those island bases. Let's jump now to the cave attacks. So again, these were set up so that you could only deploy ground units. No air was allowed to be used. As you can see, I'm on wave 67 here, and this is what the underground cave of wave 67 looks like. So it's a pretty beefed up base for only ground units. As you can see, there's quite a few bunkers, multiple silos. You got some elite Valks, mega tanks, laser tanks. So a really good combination, all in all, I'd have to say, from Kixie in these attacking waves. I did find the cave waves to be much more difficult than the island bases. They took a lot more damage to my units, took a lot more time, as well as strategy. So you could see one in here, you could possibly take out some of the walls with some Hellstorms, as well as something to take out the Valks if they are baitable in this particular wave. Again, I'd like to take a second here and just talk about the graphics. I really love the graphics on the CC in these attacking waves. So again, great job, Kixie, and to the graphic designers that are out there. With that being said, let's talk a little bit more about the format. So again, Kixie kind of going back to the old school, as players were not able to help each other with outposts or spires. I thought this was, again, a very refreshing and good move by Kixie, kind of going back to the old school days with these events. So I hope Kixeye continues to do that with each of these events. Some other things that I could say about the event, the fortress waves I thought were near perfect. Apart from the bonus XP buildings only giving 100 per building, maybe could see that increase as you get further in the wave. So for example, if you're on a wave 50s or 60s, maybe those XP per building goes up to 200 or 300 and they gradually build. The other thing that I'd like to talk about that was a little bit new here, since we didn't have things like spires for bonus XP, is the bonus stacking XP. I thought this was absolutely perfect by Kixie. I thought the time limit that they lasted was fantastic. I thought the payout and the bonus stacking with that XP was absolutely fantastic as well. So Kixie, great job. Please keep this feature in for all upcoming events, because I thought it was absolutely fantastic. One of the high points of the event, not only for high level players but for our mid and low level players. The wave checkpoint prizes, again, a great addition by Kixie. This really helps our mid to low level players by reaching those checkpoints to get some different units that they can customize to help them progress through the game. Let's talk about some of the bugs or lag or glitches that people may have experienced. So in this event, I will have to say, personally, from my experience, I did not experience any of these. I had So far, only 2 disconnects. As you can see, I've played all the way to wave 67 and had 2 disconnects, was all for the entire thing. So great job to Kixeye. Some of the known events that I saw in my sector, known bugs or glitches, I saw a few people, the main concern was their event bases did not spawn. And they did return back to me and said that they had submitted tickets to Kixeye, and those bases were taken care of and they were able to play the event. So great job with the event. Mine did get a little bit laggy as I progressed through the waves, and they got more difficult, and Kixeye was sending more units at your base. So a little bit laggy, but all in all, not very many bugs or glitches to report from myself personally playing it, as well as the sector that I am in. The next thing, let's talk about some of the prizes. So as you can see, we're currently upgrading our new rocket silo. We still have 2 days and 15 hours to do that. I've coined a handful of the first few upgrades, as you can see there. But the rocket silo will be really interesting. If we jump over to the defense lab, let's take a look at some of these defensive rockets that they've given to us. So it looks like we have the Achilles, and we go in here. I haven't built or started upgrading any of these as we're waiting on some thorium. We'll get to that in a minute. But you can see this is equipped with a smart targeting system, allows it to recognize and fire at unique targets only. So this missile will be used specifically to target unique units, such as things like the Widowmaker Prime, your Widowmakers, your Crusaders, Vipers, Titans, things of that nature. And as you can see, the basic range is 360 with a DPS of 14,285 and a rate of fire at 50. And that's at level 1, costing 8 million oil and metal and just over 1.7 million thorium. So it looks like if that's what you need for level 1 to upgrade these, we're going to need a lot of thorium. So hopefully we'll see some thorium drops here come soon. The next one that we have, bear with us here. Just as we were talking about lag, we get a little bit there. We have the Earth Shatterer, delivers punishing blow to targets on the ground, and deals damage to the surrounding area. So again, you can see a little bit less oil and metal and thorium for this one for level 1, and this will be used to target your ground units. And last but not least, we have the Patriot. This will deliver devastating damage to aircraft. So this is an anti-air missile, which I know a lot of people have been asking for with the Titan, as well as now that we have the Blitz. So more to come on those as we unlock them and we begin to test them. As you can see, I have my Widowmaker Prime out here. We can move him around, so forth and so on. Used quite a bit of thorium attacking bases and had some left over before the event started. So you can see mine is currently at level 7. We'll look at the specs on that. The speed won't change at 2.5. Current health is just over 219,000 with a range of 278 and a DPS of 2553. Again, needing quite a bit of oil and metal and thorium just to get it to level 8. And remember, we have to get these all the way to 14 to see what they can really do and what these units are really made of. But I have to say I'm really excited to get there. I've used the Widowmaker Prime so far, attacking some rogue bases. As you can see, got some repair time on it. And I've really enjoyed it so far. So we'll see what else Kixeye has to offer. So with that, I want to talk about one more thing. We'll be doing another review of this event once it completes, as well as once we have some more thorium, as well as to discuss the workshop items that we received. So again, as you know, in this event you were able to unlock some of these epic techs, the double barrel machine gun that can be used on your Gatling trucks and anything with a machine gun for that matter, as well as the Stinger schematic, which we all knew about was coming from Kixeye. So we'll talk about those here in another update, so stay tuned for that. The last remark that I'd like to leave you with, and maybe a question to Kixeye and the mods that are out there, is the Blitz. So we know we have the Blitz on our CC. For those of you that have made it far enough in the event, you saw the Blitz turret on a platform in some of the fortress waves. So is that potentially something that we can expect to see from Kixeye, that we'll be able to equip a certain number of blitz turrets on our platforms? While I don't think that we will, it's just a question that's out there, as you never know. So again, with that being said, we're going to sign off here and get ready to go on to Wave 67. So stay tuned for more reviews of War Commander's Operation Floodgate from Kixeye. And in signing off, I would again just like to say kudos to Kixeye and War Commander. I thought this is the smoothest event that I have seen. I have played all of the events since the game began, and this by far is the smoothest one from a bug, a glitch perspective, disconnects. So outstanding job by Kixeye getting back to the basics, an outstanding job by the moderators on Kixeye's forum, keeping people informed, staying on top of the issues, as well as posting their link for the prep guide for the mid to low level in players. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please log on to Kixeye and go to their forum and War Commander General Discussions. You will see that mid to low level prep guide, which was an absolutely fantastic thing that Kixeye did for our mid and low level players. I hope they do that in the future. Happy hunting, Commanders, and we will be back shortly with another update of Operation Floodgate, as well as all of the new units and all of the new customizations in the workshop, so stay tuned.